So we back with another hot one. Listen, we cut the fucking chaser. We about to get right to this shit. All right. So as of late, we're gonna hit a couple of topics first. All right, we're gonna hit this situation. I heard saw Sky Sports F1 talking about as far as next season, they're gonna be pressing very diligently on this full vaccination. Like they want to try to get everybody vaccinated. Right now, there's a debate as far as if that's something that they can legitimately or legally do. Of course, with drivers having their own agents and lawyers, I'm pretty sure some of them all don't feel the same about the vaccination. I'm going to tell you right now, personally, me, I'm not like a vaccinated hater and I'm not an unvaccinated hater. Like some of you all out there are like really pressing for an agenda like you have no idea about as far as what somebody should and should not have to do with their body. And that is what I am. I am pro-choice about your body. Let's get this shit because this is factual. Getting a vaccination does not stop you from contracting or passing COVID. I don't know if you've also realized the heightened numbers of vaccinated people contracting new strands of COVID and also passing them. So, with that being said, regardless if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, you're not going to be around the circuit. You're not going to be racing. It doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, really the vaccination is supposed to be more of an attribute or a positive towards you when it comes to symptoms or not, or not being so under the weather when you catch it. So as far as I'm concerned, if I don't want to get vaccinated and it's something that I do catch, then it's really something that's on me, not on you. Of course, you want to respect people's personal space. If you want to wear your face covering, don't be all up in somebody's face if that's not what they want. But at the end of the day, like pushing for everybody to get vaccinated because of COVID, because like the flu is still out here knocking motherfuckers off. I mean, it is. Nobody's making that a mandate. Like nobody's mandating that you go get a flu vaccination. Motherfucker been killing people since it hit the scene. COVID's the same way, but it's slowing down. But things are more, seems more contagious, although not as deadly. But still, people are gonna die from said things depending on certain symptoms or certain underlying things that they may or may not have. So I'm really not for the F1 trying to mandate every driver get fully vaccinated. And I don't think every driver is going to get fully vaccinated because people still feel the way they feel outside of their sport, job, and their body. That is something that they may or may not have to deal with, and symptoms or shots affect people different ways. So, on to the next thing. Let's talk about the fact that presidents have changed. All right, we do have a new president at FIA. I don't really know if this is a good or a bad thing. I'm not too sure yet. Now, I did see that he claimed that he was going to be watching several bits of footage or several Grand Prix from the 2021 season to try to help improve rules that would make things more fair or improve rules, period, that would make racing better or safer. I'm also, I don't want to say that I'm hesitant. I don't want to say that I highly doubt he's going to do anything, but he did say he's going to be looking at footage of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So what does that mean? That means that he should be, I mean, everybody knows what happened. Hamilton was fucking fucked. He got screwed over. Let's just be fucking honest. He got screwed over. And he supposedly is going to be looking at footage about that to try to see if there was some wrongdoing. And I do think and hope that that is something that he would do, because I do think that's a hangup on what we're going to speak about. So as far as his plans to better the rules in 2022, we shall see. As far as his commitment to looking at the Grand Prix where a total fuck job happened to Hamilton and Max was rewarded a race. Now, I want to be clear. You have never heard me say that Max directly cheated. Max was involved in a situation where Massey made a bullshit call on behalf of trying to deliver some all-out shootout, didn't follow full procedures either way he was gonna fucking go, and rewarded Max with a fucking win. Now, people, get over your motherfucking selves with this bullshit. I see y'all in the comment sections all the time. Well, Mercedes should have had the balls to do a tire change. If Lewis comes in and gives up track position, given the way Massey's mentality was with the conversation with Christian Horner, does he makes the same call? Or does he tell Christian, I already got it set, and then stay in that way instead of saying, okay, I'm working on something, I'll come back. Fuck it. Unlap these cars right here between the leader of the race, majority of the entire fucking race, and this person that's been getting gapped to give him an opportunity on fresher tires to pass him. There is no strategy that was going to be in place from Mercedes to stop Massey from fucking over Hamilton in that situation with the safety car. Period. So cut the bullshit with Mercedes needs balls. They should have changed tires. No. So I'm willing to bet that had Mercedes changed tires, the same situation took place and Hamilton was behind Verstappen, I do not think Massey makes the same call. That's just my personal fucking opinion. I don't think he makes the same call. Now me, I'm going to make the same call regardless. Because I'm just about seeing a competitive situation take place and people not being fucked over and cheated no matter who it is or if I don't like you. Because I don't want the narrative of a win that I collect or somebody collects to be that they were rewarded and one person was fucked. So I'm going to do my best to make an impartial decision, which Massey could have made and he didn't. And somebody called him out about that shit. And we're going to talk about that too. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about that right now. So, former driver Stefan Jensen, I believe it is. I don't want to hack I probably hacked his last name up, but Stefan. He calls Massey out on the bullshit. And he was very accurate. I'm not going to say accurate because there was nothing for him to pinpoint say, but I'm going to say I feel that he was right in what he said. And what he said is he feels that if Massey was trying to make a decision to have a legitimate shootout between all drivers, okay, all drivers, in that situation with the safety car, he should have red flagged the race just as it had been in previous races and brought all cars into the pit. That way everybody gets to do whatever they need to do within FIA rules, change tires, go back out in said places and start the race over from the grid. Boom. That right there would have been the proper way to do it. Massey had that option. I'm damn pretty sure Massey knows he had the option, but instead he didn't. Where's Massey now? Not really saying much because he know he fucked up. Big time. He fucked up. People calling for his head. The public out here calling for his head. Now, all you Verstappen dick boys, and that's what I'm going to say because y'all get in the comment section trying to talk about we crying and, oh, y'all some cheerleaders. Oh, y'all damn. No, listen. Y'all would love to have us clamor down, but it is a wrong thing and it is a right thing. What was done was wrong. It wasn't right, even in trying to make a race fairly competitive. Max was getting gapped the whole fucking race. If this situation happened and you really wanted to have a legitimate shootout, you red flagged the race, as Stefan said, bring the cars into the pit as we've done before, let everybody get fresh, including Hamilton, who was beating the shit out of Max Verstappen for fucking several laps on old ass hard tires. Let's just keep it honest. Why he changed tires twice. And you know, there's something else to be said about Max and Red Bull changing tires from 2 sets of softs within that amount of time before the Massey fuckery happened. So just seeming to me like somebody knew that some bullshit was about to transpire. I'm just saying. It's kind of odd that happened twice in that small window frame. Like, why are you doing that? But, you know, that's just hearsay. That's just my opinion. But I believe he was right. I believe the race should have been red flagged to bring all cars into the pit. I know Massey knew that was an option and he did not want to do it. And I think it's because he was on some fuckboy shit. I'm just going to say it. Fuckboy shit. And also, let's get into this. Latifi crash. I know a lot of people have been in the comments mentioning that, and I think you're right. I think the shit is highly suspect. I don't really know if there's anything going on because I'm not getting into like conspiracy theories on Latifi. But this shot really is odd that like, what the fuck happened? Like, what are you crashing for? Matter of fact, what are you going hard for? You've been last the entire fucking damn season. What are you racing for? Nothing. You're not racing for shit. And I mean, goodness gracious, they're the sister company of Mercedes. Call this motherfucker in. Williams, wrap it up. Matter of fact, Bottas, you done. Wrap it up. Wrap all them motherfuckers up because Red Bull did it. They retired Perez for some fuel bullshit. So it leads me to believe that Perez was only in the race in case he needed to do exactly what he did, was defend his ass off and slow Hamilton up so slow ass, whack ass driving Verstappen could catch up, because he couldn't catch up on his fucking own, and close that gap. After that was done, they put Perez in the garage and shifted him away. If anything could have been done, maybe that's what Mercedes could have done. Told Williams, you're fucking through, pack them in. Call Russell in, call Latifi in, it's fucking over. Get Bottas off the track. We don't need anything else. Everybody else is done for the season. This is all we need right here. Hamilton focused without us contributing to anything that may fuck up, which Latifi did that. You know, a lot of people are saying he probably got a paycheck from Red Bull in the mail. I don't know. Maybe. But other than that, the elephant in the room is this. Hamilton could possibly be leaving Formula One, for a couple of reasons that I'm going to speak of here, that I think. He's been very silent still after all this time. And honestly, with some shit like that transpiring, I think he and other drivers who made comments and statements after the race had finished, he was fucked over royally. And for somebody to work as hard as you work, whether that had been Max, and if the roles were reversed, I would be the same way, because that situation that took place to screw over anybody that worked that hard. Now, y'all got to remember, points are tied. I don't want to hear all this other bullshit about these other races. We're going into this race. Points are tied. It's 0-0. All right. Max shows his character, because I would admit it after that race. Now, I'm not saying that Max is not supposed to drive and do what he's supposed to do. Like, if the situation happened, you can't tell a man not to drive. Like, fuck it, he got to drive. He's going to hunt you down. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this situation that was gifted to me. But me, after the race, I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't feel like, I really won this race. I won it. They giving it to me. But this is not the way I want to win. To me, this is not a win for me. Honestly, I don't think the shit went down the way I would have liked it to go down. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put something out there myself as a competitor to be like, yo, the shit really went shake right. We got the W, but it ain't really a W like that to me, because I've done it. Like, shit, motherfucker didn't even show up right. Like, you didn't even show up ready to compete. I'm just honest with it, because at the end of the day, it don't feel like a real fucking win. Like, I really beat that motherfucker at his best. Max was gifted that shit. So Hamilton, I think right now with his silence, I think part of the reason why he's not talking is he's waiting to see if the FIA and governing Formula One bodies are going to come out and say, yo, we fucked up. Like, Massey fucked up on the behalf of FIA and Formula One. He did not call that right. There's some bullshit that went on, and we need to admit it. Until that happens, I don't think we will hear anything from Hamilton sooner than he is ready or has planned to say anything. If he says anything, you're likely to see a Marshawn Lynch type reaction from Hamilton going forward into the 2022 season. Now, listen, even after he got fucked over and he was cheated that race, he still congratulated Max. He still congratulated Christian Horner. His father still congratulated them. He still showed up on the podium. He still congratulated him there. In good fashion. Like, y'all like Hamilton took off and never showed up to the podium, never congratulated Max. He did that shit. You hating ass bastards. He did that. Max has shown a couple of times where he ain't do that. Let's be honest. So I think until that happens, he's not going to say anything before he plans to say anything. I also think with the new president switch and the bullshit coming out with him not attending the gala, come on, y'all. Like, you going to add insult to injury? Like, you're the new president and the first thing you worried about coming in is Lewis Hamilton didn't attend the award gala. I'm going to sanction him. That really what you want to do? Really how you want to start your position out? Because it's a fucking shitstorm out here, and I don't think that's the way you're going to kick it down, buddy. Just saying. Just saying. Also, I would like you all to know, who tried to say Hamilton's not shit, he is the youngest Formula One driver in history to win a championship. Max is not. Max did not break that record. There's a lot of records that Max is going to have to break. Max got his a year later. A year later in racing is a lot of time. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure you all would like to see Lewis Hamilton retire. You want to know why? Because some of you whack ass motherfuckers out there that really want to see, good old privilege happen, good old privilege to go the way it should go. Without Hamilton on the track, there's little to no other car or driver to challenge him. Therefore, he'd be able to have some clean sweeps in there. And that's what you want, because you know damn well with Hamilton on the track, that shit is less likely to happen unless you keep repeating these fuckeries. And the incidents would have to line up properly the way they did in this last race in order for more fuckery to happen, which could happen. But with Hamilton on the track, Max is more than likely not going to even reach 7 world titles, right? You do know that, right? I mean, you are aware of that, right? Like, fuck you. Max is probably not going to reach that. He's already a year short of winning his first. So if Hamilton even stays in another 3 seasons, 4 seasons, Max is not getting that. He ain't getting it. And another thing is, I don't think they want to bring in Pierre Gasly. I don't think they want to bring in Gasly because they don't want anybody to challenge Max Verstappen. And I think Perez may settle in the role, but I think we might see Perez move on if they're going to keep handicapping him. I think Perez feels like he might even be a better driver than Verstappen, honestly. I think he feels like, well, now let's keep in mind that car was not set up for Perez this season. Next season it should be, and we'll see what happens. Just my opinion. I'm not going to talk too long. I'm finna go and, get some dinner in, let y'all kind of sit over and bake, watch some of these comments. By the way, none of the Maxi Pad for Scrapping fans showed up to try to tell me to shut the hell up, so I'm still here. Y'all don't show up in great numbers when it comes to like really backing facts. Y'all just, you wear your... No, I'm not going to even say that, because people that wear the orange shirts aren't legitimately assholes. It's the assholes that are in the comment section that don't have anything to legitimately or validly say, and they just say you're crying, or they try to say you're a fanboy. Bro, you're protesting on behalf of another driver. You're a fanboy. You're a hypocrite. Making muscles, not excuses. Other than that, I usually have just build it on, but it's the same thing. Do whatever you can to be the best that you can be in life, or whatever goal it is that you are aspiring to acquire. I wish you the best. I will see you next time. Peace.